Won't go up, touchdowns will go up, interceptions won't go down. Unbalanced. Makes on the roll, complete. Tackle overtook Harper comes up and makes a stop on TJ.
Tom's Food Factory. What's going on?
Oh, were we live?
We're live. On this one, we're live. You want to go live when you're the same time?
No, I don't want to take away.
Jacqueline and Dad in the house.
Trying to get your. So I can read comments.
Rick, man, you know what? I was hoping Rick was going to make it today, too. I talked to Rick. Yeah, he's doing the San Antonio.
Okay, here I am. I'm live.
But he had to, he's got his going away deal today. So what's going on, everybody?
What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks?
Flat iron steaks marinating. Okay, I got you. We got some ribs and some fajitas going on the Santa Maria. You know this dude? Y'all know this dude? Y'all seen him before? Nah?
No.
He ain't on no wanted posters.
I know that dude next to you. Yeah.
So if we happen to get a little silly, it's the judge.
That jug ain't no joke. Especially when he drink it straight.
Tom, great minds think alike. Gonna make some tacos here too. Here at this little party.
Rick, when are you leaving to Mexico, Rick? Here soon, I guess. It was having a going away party or something today.
Yeah.
Tom.
That's funny, Tom. That is hilarious.
Yeah, so I came out to Brother Alton's house this weekend, and we're just gonna hang out, watch some football, do a little drinking,
Yep.
and some barbecuing.
There you go. We got those baby backs over there on the Santa Maria looking pretty good.
Grumpy old Gringo,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on?
What's up? You know it's always a good time when you got that post oak burning and you got drink in hand.
It smells so good.
You got the TV on football games.
Smell of like post oak burning.
Yep.
Knowing there's some meat above it. Oh man,
Oh yeah.
it's good.
Oh yeah.
Our wives are inside. Alton's
Brother
wife
Jug.
made my wife an actual jug.
Actual
And,
judge.
So we'll be able to take that home and use that.
So John, what's going on, Chief? Glad you could make it through. And so yeah, like you said, we got the ribs, we got the fajitas going, and a little treat we're gonna do here in a little bit. Fajitas will come off, and we're gonna make some. Should I even tell them?
Sure, yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and make us a peach blackberry cobbler on the Santa Maria. So got a little peach schnapps in there, and
A little something sweet to go with the barbecue.
there you go. So it should be a good time. Always, as long as we got this,
That's right.
that's all that matters.
What's up, brother Chris? East Wind Farms. He was here a few weeks ago. Got to
Michael
hang out with
E,
him.
fairly new subs. To both of our channels. Awesome. Glad to have you there, Michael.
Appreciate it, Michael.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely,
it.
man. Thank you, man. Appreciate that for real.
Yeah. So Alton and his wife, they make this thing called the Jug, if you don't know, and it's got tequila, vodka, all kinds of stuff in
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and it's really, really strong. You're supposed to mix it with beer, kind of like a 50-50 mix. I didn't know, so I filled this thing up straight, and
Yeah.
not smart.
So if you guys that are here, if you don't know about the jug, go on my channel, go to the video where we did the crawfish boil at T-Roy's house. got a little segment in there where Gene showed how to make the jug. So it's literally, the way it came about was we love drinking margaritas. We go out places, get margaritas, and I'm kind of annoyed that everywhere we go, we get these margaritas and they're kind of weak. So she used to be a bartender some years ago, and so I got to talk to her about it. So she basically started making, if you go to the grocery store and you buy the cheap bottom shelf wine, it's in the big jugs, sangria, it's in the big old jugs. Yeah, buy one of those, pour that crap out. She drinks it, pour that crap out. And then what we do is we do 3 fingers of vodka, 3 fingers of tequila, 2 fingers of orange juice or Cointreau, and then sweet and sour to the top. And that's your jug. So if you want a good, strong margarita, that's it. So you can either take that, drink it on the rocks, so it's kind of like a Mexican martini, or what we do is we mix it with Dos Equis. And hey, man, it's a good drink, but it's a strong drink. So
That it is.
if you don't want to go super strong, you want to add more beer and less jug. If you want to get lit, more jug, less beer. So,
Hey,
Superman,
Rita.
what's going on, Chief?
Howdy, Rita. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Brother Jason over at Simple Man's. What's going
Yes,
on, my
sir.
brother? What's going on?
Man, and you know what? I didn't know Jason's in Dallas.
Yeah, he's not far from here.
For whatever reason, I kept thinking Jason was in California somewhere, and then on the hot seat, he was saying, I'm in Dallas. I was like, what? It's like, man, we got to get together sometime.
Rita says we make her clothes fall off. Hey, shit.
Well, this right here.
Make mine fall off. Yeah, I truly did not know you weren't supposed to drink it straight.
No, you can.
Well, you shouldn't. But a whole, like, Yeti full of it,
Yeah,
that was not good. So I'm trying to cut back a little bit.
definitely. Jason in California, bushy.
Yeah, push your bottle. Yeah, keep your clothes on, Rita. We don't need you. Hey, we don't have any bail money for you. Keep your clothes on. You have 2 Jasons, one from Cali and one from
Yeah.
up in the Dallas area.
Yeah, Simple Man, I know he's in Dallas. So I thought he
Yeah.
was in California.
No. He's
I
a
don't know
Texas
why.
brother.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought he was in California. Damn, that post up smells good.
It does.
Wait.
It's really good.
Do you guys want to see what's over there? I mean, if y'all want to see, you know, we'll take you over and let you see what's going on.
There's some good eating. Well, it's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be some good eating.
We'll go check these fajitas right quick. I see the flame is starting to get up a little bit.
So we're using the San Maria style grill, and so the flame is coming up from underneath, and it's kind of getting a little high right now, so we got to adjust it. Alton's flipping the fajitas. My ribs are taking on some really good smoke right now. We're gonna leave those going. Yes, Rita wants a food porn.
You want to bring them up?
Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna take you guys over there to the grill real quick. So let's come with me. Let's go for a little walk. So this is what we have here. Got the fire going down here. Some post oak burning on both sides. Got some fajitas here.
Yeah, flip it around if you want.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Let's do this real quick, you guys. 1 second. Oh, there you go. There you go. God, these fajitas look good. You're in good hands, Rita. You can call me Allstate. I'm like Allstate. You're in good hands. So those are the fajitas. These are the ribs. We did them with 2 different rubs here. This is the rub that I brought. Alton had some rub that I wanted to try out, so we seasoned that up. So, again, this is the fire here. Right under the ribs and then right under the fajitas. These look so good. I want to take that piece right there. Look at that.
Take it, go for it.
We're gonna do this right here. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This little piece right here. Uh-oh. Oh, hot. Just a little piece. Right there.
So have enough.
Damn it, son.
Got enough on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My mama lucky she ain't here. She might get slapped.
I think I'm gonna get ready to get these off.
Yeah.
Let them rest. Then we can get some peach cobbler going.
Yes. God, that's so good.
So I'm gonna grab a tray really quick.
All right, so Brother Alton's gonna pull these fajitas off. They're just about done. So while he does that, you're gonna hang out with me. It just smells so good. Just that smoke. I love being in Texas, drinking and barbecuing. So let's do this. Do this right there. I'm gonna let these rest for a little bit.
These are from Matador Prime Steak too.
Matador Prime Steak meat, which produces some phenomenal meat.
Yep.
Shots, Raspberry Rock, off the grid cabin. It says shots.
There you go.
Tom's Food Factory, he's flying in for the cobbler.
Oh yeah? All right.
That's what he says.
Well, we're going to get the cobbler going here in a little bit.
So
I'm
we're
going to
gonna,
get these in and get them wrapped, and I'll be right back.
all right, so we're going to head back to the table. And we'll let Brother Alton bring the cobbler out. And then we're going to get that on. We're cooking it. We're cooking the cobbler in a Dutch oven. Rita, we are in Pflugerville, Texas, basically Austin, Texas. So Brother Alton lives in Pflugerville, which is just north of Austin. I live in Kyle, which is just south of Austin. But just for a point of reference, it's Austin, Texas is where we're at. Hey, Bushy Beto, I'm hoping to have one of those too. Still waiting for the Alton to come back in here. What was that question? So Raspberry Rock off the grid cabin wants to know, do people do live streams these days and not have shots? Wow, things have changed.
And not have shots? Dude, I don't think I've ever done shots on my live
Oh,
stream.
Rita's in Abilene.
Is he expecting us to do shots?
I think that, yeah, you can adjust that. View to the Grill. I think View to the Grill said he's from Texas also, right?
Oh yeah? Where you at, Johnny? I don't think I knew that either.
No. I made his huevos rancheros recipe. That was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was really, really good. He actually has a couple that I want to make. We just haven't gotten around to them yet.
No, Chris. I think Gene and
Gene is
they're watching that shot or hot sauce.
yeah, yeah. His wife and my wife are inside watching YouTube.
Not our videos, man.
Right, but not our channels. No, they see enough of us. This is like a break for them.
Yeah, they're over the hype, I guess. They're just waiting to eat the food.
What up, Sean?
Sean, what's going on,
Sean
Chief?
R. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some water after that.
Yeah,
Damn sure.
that jug will do it to you, man.
Especially when you
You drink it that much straight?
shit the whole fucking Yeti. Well, it's the Arctic, but
Oh,
same
man.
thing.
Oh, Galveston. Dickinson, north of. Okay. You're going to be out that way in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
wait, what is that? LSG? What I missed? See you a pic if I get off.
Bushy Beto, he was wanting to get one of the, I guess, Emery grills.
Oh,
Where he's
yeah.
at.
Cuz is in the house. Wait, man, that whole chat went by fast. Hold on.
The 1984 barbecue says, Brother James, have you used the Slow and Stir Kamado yet? I have. I've used it twice. I haven't made any videos of it because I'm trying to learn it. I will tell you that the last cook that I did on it, I made some briskets and I freaking ruined them. They were so black, so burnt, I couldn't even cut through them. They were horrible. So I still F up quite a bit from time to time.
That means you're learning, right?
Yeah, especially on that one.
So Sherman Bland, welcome. That's my cousin. Glad to have you here, brother. Love you, cuz. Hope you're doing well over there. I think I saw a question. Was it raspberry that said, "What's the most unconventional thing?" Never have barbecue cereal. Never even attempted the
No,
barbecue cereal.
Raspberry just asked about the shots. Like, do people do? Wait a minute, you might not.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, here
What's
it
the
is,
most
okay.
unconventional thing you've ever barbecued? Ever
Okay,
tried
yeah, here it
cereal?
is. Just showed up.
Have not tried cereal.
Barbecue cereal. Never heard of it.
Yeah. Man, what's the most unconventional thing I've ever barbecued?
I don't know. I don't think there's been anything for me personally that's been like
Unconventional.
extravagant or
No.
unconventional. I stick with my traditional meats.
I mean, I've done different things, but I wouldn't call it unconventional.
Barbecue and bananas? No, never tried bananas. Not barbecuing. I know you could grill bananas.
Yeah.
Rub them with some brown sugar, put
I've
them right
done
over the
that.
fire and grill them like that.
Yeah.
That's excellent, but not like barbecue as far as like smoking.
I've done it with pineapples.
Yeah, you do a pineapple.
I've
that's
grilled
good.
pineapples. I've smoked pineapples. Geez, man, I don't know what I would consider unconventional. I mean, there's different things that I make. I mean, you know, like other than just brisket or whatever. You know, I do porchetta. Porchetta is really good.
Good afternoon, Edgar.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to think about that one. It's not barbecue, but I've actually smoked whiskey before, and that's pretty good. You ever done that?
No.
No? You ever had a smoked drink?
Just no.
Okay, so smoked drink, real easy. You get like the little barbecue chips, wood chips.
All right.
Put it on your, not on a wooden cutting board, but I use like a plastic cutting board or whatever. You light it with like a creme brulee torch or whatever you have, just to get that smoky. And you take your glass and you cover the smoke, cover the wood with the glass, and let it just fill with smoke. And then once it's completely filled with smoke, you know, you can let it sit there for a little bit, and it just gets that smoke flavor into to the glass. And then
Pour
you
your
flip it
whiskey
over
in.
and get your whiskey and ice in there or whatever, and it retains that smoke flavor into your drink. And that's pretty good.
I see a video coming soon.
I thought about that.
No. Raspberry Rock. I think those are two things that do not go well together. I'm just guessing. I've never done it, but I'm going to say those are two things: banana and orange. I'm sorry, banana and onion. I'm going to guess those are two things that don't go well together. Again, I never tried it. That's just my
Bananas and
guess.
onions?
Yeah, he said take an onion, cut a hole in it, and stick a banana in it, and cook it,
Yeah, I don't know
smoke it.
about
I'll pass. But let's
I
know
know
how it
that-
works out.
Plantains and onions work together.
You to the Grill wants to know. He saw a
The
camera.
slings, yeah, the camera slide. So the camera slide that I had is not motorized. It is absolutely not motorized.
You could call it bananian.
Banana.
Bananian. Tom says bananian and onion goes like pizza and pineapple.
Hey, pizza and pineapple actually do work. It actually does
People
work.
I hate on that, but I'll eat a little pineapple on my pizza. It's not my first choice, but I'm not
It's not
gonna.
bad.
I'm not gonna throw it out. Fat boy status. Hashtag fat boy status. I'm not gonna throw it out.
Edgar got the attention with the sun. Hey man, glad to have you here, Edgar. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm loving that Santa Maria so far. It's a lot of fun. Yes, you can do grilled grapes. I could see doing some grilled grapes with some balsamic vinegar reduction, type thing. Maybe some mints or mint leaves or something.
It's just Iceland trying to outlaw pineapple on pizza. I want to move there.
That's funny.
One thing you don't see also, we also got a TV right here. We're able to watch some football. We're outside of, Alton's backyard. He's got a pergola.
Give me a shot.
He's got a really cool setup.
I get this camera turned around. Whoops.
He's got a really cool setup.
So
We can sit out here. We can barbecue. We can drink. We can watch some football. He's got pits everywhere. It's an awesome, awesome setup.
Yeah, pit barrel cookers over here in the corner hiding. Didn't see that, huh?
No.
Yeah, pit barrel's back there. Yoder, right there. Dawgfatha cooler there. Camp chef there. M16. Got the C4s. The Weber kettle. The Lone Star Grillz vertical offset smoker, and the Lone Star Grillz Santa Maria.
So Raspberry Rock wants to see you do an alligator, grill alligator, but here's the catch.
Hell no.
It's got to be a catch and cook.
Oh shit.
In other words, you got to catch the alligator, and grill it yourself.
Yeah. You keep waiting for that video, brother.
Edgar wants to know, he says the grill is impressive. A question, how much cooking time on some ribs?
On average?
On average, yeah. I'm going to move these ribs over.
Sure. Man, for me, on average, we're talking about on a smoker, it's going to be roughly 3 to 4 hours, depending on temperatures or whatever. For me, I could probably have them done. It's probably about 3 hours. So it just really depends. You hear people say 2-2-1, 2-3-1, 3-2-1, whatever. I don't go by that at all. I go by color. I put them on at first, and I let them smoke until they get to the color I want. Once they get to the color that I want, then it's time to tenderize. I keep it super simple. Barbecue to me is super simple. You smoke the meat, you tenderize the meat, you eat the meat.
I'll tell you what, the 3-2-1 method that you might see a lot, you might hear people talk about a lot. I never ever do that. The 3-2-1 method is actually designed for cooking spare ribs at 225. So if you cook it slow, the 3-2-1 method might work, but in my opinion, if you ever do the 3-2-1, you're going to overcook your ribs every single time.
I think, when you see those methods, 2-2-1, 3-2, whatever, I think that's geared for people that just don't know. And they need some sort of guideline,
yes,
to go by to cook their ribs to. But to me, dude, it's much simpler. Put the ribs in the smoker, you smoke them till you get to the color you want. Once you get to the color you want, you tenderize it. How do you tenderize it? Well, you tenderize it by wrapping them. Wrap them in butcher paper, wrap them in foil, whichever you choose, it doesn't really matter. But you wrap them until they get to the tenderness you want. And then once they get to the tenderness that you want, if you want to put sauce on it while it's on the pit, pull them out, put your sauce on, let them glaze for the next 10 minutes or whatever, and call it a day.
Yeah, I don't think ribs have to go more than 4 hours.
No.
Hey, really quickly, I'm a little worried about Raspberry Rock because he just took his pants off.
He's not even drinking the jug, huh?
Right. He just took his pants off watching Two Grown Men. I don't know about that.
That's funny.
What's up, King Kabasa?
King Kabasa's in the house.
It is, Tom, but you have to, if you're doing the 3-2-1 method, you're not doing it at 250, 275, 300 degrees. I mean, unless you want your ribs to be way overdone.
Which I don't cook that low.
No, I mean, if you're cooking at 225, the 3-2-1, is something that might work. Not on baby backs, but on spares. That's what it's designed for, but I would never go 6 hours on ribs, never.
No. What was that Artitex thing? Get the Artitex thing in time.
What do you think?
Oh, for King Kabasa from Michigan.
Oh.
I think honestly, it's the same thing for brisket for me. It's get to the color I want it, wrap it, tenderize it, pull it out, ready to go.
Yeah, people always ask me like, how long do you cook a brisket before you wrap it? A lot of people have that 165 temperature in mind before wrapping. Here's what I'll say: never ever go by temp. This 165 is kind of like a guide, but you wrap your brisket once that bark is set. And what I mean by that is if you take your finger and kind of scratch your bark, if it doesn't come off, it's set. If you scratch it and it comes right off, it's not set. Here's why you want to wait until that bark is set. If that bark is not set and you go to wrap it, what's going to happen is you're going to steam your brisket and the bark is going to come off. So you want to wait until that bark is set. Now for me, sometimes it's been at 140 degrees and sometimes it's been at 180 degrees. So it just depends. Not every brisket is the same. So go by when that bark is set, not by the 165. And I was just watching a video today that was cooking a brisket, and they said, okay, it's 165, time to wrap. And I was looking at the bark, and I could tell it wasn't set in this video. Do not wrap until your bark is set, or else you're gonna steam your bark right off.
And how do you know if your bark is set? So if you don't know, basically you just kind of take your fingernail and kind of scratch on the brisket, and if you scratch and all the rub comes off in that spot, it ain't set. So if you scratch there and it's set and it's, you know, resistant to coming off and it's holding on to that meat, it's set. So, but I think a lot of that, again, it's like that whole, when we were talking about with the 3-2-1, 2-2-1, whatever, giving somebody a guideline. Because some people absolutely have to have some sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you tell them that, and it's like, you got to understand it's not foolproof. You can go by 165 if you want, but you know what, dude, the more you do it, it's just one of those things you just learn that, hey, 165 is not the be all.
Right.
You know, your bark could be set at 165, it could be set at 150, it could be set at 145. It might not set to 175, 180, it just depends.
And the reason that people mention that 165 mark is because that's usually where your brisket hits the stall.
Exactly.
So people want to wrap it to help push it through the stall, but they sacrifice that bark. So if you don't care about the bark, you know what? Wrap it at 165 to push it through the stall, get it finished. But I think that's where that 165 comes from, because that's usually where you 160, anywhere from actually from like 155 to 165 is where your brisket will hit the stall, and sometimes that stall can last for 3 or 4 hours. So people want to push that brisket through the stall. So you know that 165 you hear about is usually about where that brisket hits the stall.
Yep.
But it's really about when that bark is set, quite honestly. And that's the same thing goes for ribs. Once my bark is set on ribs, I'll wrap. If I'm cooking a pork butt, once my bark is set, then I wrap. I never ever go by temp, just a guideline, but I look at color and to make sure that bark is set, personally.
And you know what? Here's another good tip. At least this is what I do. If you like to have that hard bark, and you don't want to sacrifice your bark by wrapping it or doing a Texas crutch with foil or butcher paper, what I typically do is when I hit the stall point, I'll kick up the temperatures a little bit on the pit. You know, if I'm cooking all along at say 275, typically I'll cook at 275. If I'm cooking a brisket at 275 and I hit the stall, and I don't want to be sitting here for the next, 5-6 hours at one, temperature, I'll kick up the heat. If I'm cooking at 275, I might go to 300. I do that because I know my pits well enough that I can do that and get away with it. If you don't know your pits, I'm going to tell you maybe go up 10 degrees more, maybe 15 degrees more, and see how your pit and your brisket reacts. But for me, I kind of understand how my pits work. So yeah, I'll take my pit from 275 to 300 and kind of help push it through. It's not going to push it through like quick. So it's not like you're going to say, oh, you know what, I'm in the stall and I'll push through the stall in the next hour. Nah, you're probably still going to be stalled for a good couple of hours, 3 hours maybe. But if I kick up to, 300 degrees, I might pick it or push it through a little faster. So that's what I kind of do, and it kind of works for me. Again, if I don't care and I just want to push it through because I just want to get some brisket, cooked, I don't care about the bark, I'll go ahead and wrap it. If I do wrap it for me, even if I want to maintain some bark, I'll wrap it in butcher paper. People ask me, well, what do you prefer, butcher paper or foil? Well, for me, again, if I want to maintain the bark as much as I possibly can, I'll use butcher paper because it breathes a little better than aluminum foil will. Aluminum foil, I will absolutely use on pork shoulders. Pulled pork, I absolutely will use foil. I don't think I've ever used butcher paper on pork shoulders. I don't know if you have, but
yeah,
I mean, it'll work. But
I've been using butcher paper here lately.
Okay.
Just experimental.
Yeah.
Experimental, trying it out.
But typically for me, I'll do butcher paper if I need to on brisket. I won't use foil unless I just really don't care and I'm just really trying to get it, cook fast. So that's kind of what I do, And then ribs, I'll use foil on ribs. I use butcher paper on ribs too, but most of the time I use foil. But lately, what I've done with ribs is I'll cook them and put them in foil or in butcher paper. But when I pull them off the pit where they're gonna rest, I'll actually pull them off the pit and wrap them in saran wrap, plastic wrap, and then wrap them in foil and set them and let them rest. And that typically works pretty good for me. It doesn't over tenderize them as you might think it would, but it doesn't. But it keeps them nice and tender and maintains that good bite. So that when you bite it, you leave a bite mark and it comes clean from the bone and all that. It works well for me. So something you got to play around with, guys.
Yeah, when brisket, if I'm wrapping with butcher paper, it's usually just preserve the bark. If I'm trying to preserve the liquid, I'm using foil. Yeah. Laz, what's going on, Laz? Says them boys gonna win or win big tomorrow? Yes, we're gonna win.
Oh wait, do I need to step away? Is this that cowboy sock? Is that what that is?
This cowboy hour, we're gonna take over here. Brother Alton's gonna go in. So it's cowboy hour. All my cowboy fans
I'm gonna
out
go
there.
check the calls right quick.
Yes, we're gonna win. We're gonna win big. Hey, Laz, that menudo's gone. It was pretty good though. It actually was. My first time, I enjoyed it. I appreciate it, King Kabasa. Yeah, it should work. If he's extending it, that link will still work. If not, let him know that you were trying to sign up through my link. I would appreciate it. So cooking ribs on the smoker compared to cooking ribs on the grill. I think they'll definitely turn out different.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do this set, so I'll put it out.
All right.
And then I'll bring it out here and we'll record it and
Cool.
get set and then watch it.
All right, yeah. All right, Alton's gonna grab the peach cobbler. We're gonna get that ready. He's gonna bring it out here and show you guys how he's setting it up. Laz says, how did the flavor compare to menudo you had and liked? So I will tell you, Laz, while it turned out good, I've had better menudo. I think, and I think I mentioned this in the video that I put up, that I would cut back on the seasoning. It called for, I think, 3 or 4 ounces of seasoning, whatever measurement I put in the video, but I added extra, thinking that I might need it, and I didn't need it. But I definitely have had better menudo, and I definitely have had worse menudo. Sean, use lump charcoal. So I like lump charcoal, Sean, for like quick cooks. If I'm cooking like chicken, fajitas, burgers, something like that. I like lump for that. I like briquettes for my longer cooks, ribs, pork butts, briskets. And that's because, briquettes, they're all the same size, so they burn more evenly. So I get a longer cook. Lump, they're all different sizes, so you don't get an even burn. And since it's pure, it cooks a lot faster, or it burns a lot faster. So I like lump for shorter cooks, briquettes for longer cooks, personally. I really wish we could have done a brisket today. We just didn't have the time to do it. I'd love to make a brisket for Brother Alton and have him taste my brisket. But we got ribs. And actually coming along really nicely. Yes, Rita, everybody hit that thumbs up for Brother Alton. Help him out. And if you aren't subscribed, if you're on the feed and you aren't subscribed to Brother Alton's, subscribe to his channel. I'll ask him Sonny G's when he gets out here. Says you think using a fan on a smoker is considered cheating. Personally, I don't. We'll see what Brother Alton thinks. You have a number of smokers now that are built to with adapters for that. It just makes, in my opinion, I think like using a fan, it just helps you run a more consistent, even cook, and I don't think that's cheating at all. So King Kabasa, I'm shooting a video for that, and I'm shooting a video today of what we're cooking. So I show I show the rubs that I'm using on my ribs in the video, and I'm gonna try to get that up this week. So look for that video. fucking raspberry. He said, okay, just confirm. You need a really big onion if you're going to try and barbecue a bananian. A bananian is onion and banana. I mean, this looks a little crooked. Let me try to fix this a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, that's not. It should be right there, but oh, you know what? 1 second, you guys. I'll wait for Alton to get out here to mess with this. Oh. Damn it, Jim. Hold on. I lost it. Okay, here it is. You know, Bushy Beto, if you have an insulated cooker, I don't know. I mean, I don't think using a fan doesn't help. I think having an insulated cooker, if you didn't have a fan, helps with a even cook, because since your firebox is insulated. I think that helps that temperature stay a little more consistent. It might depend on the cooker. If you're wanting to cook at a higher temp, even on the insulated cooker, you might want to use you might want to use a fan to get that fire up and let it run at a higher, if you're cooking like 325, 350 or higher. I think having a fan, even on an insulated cooker, works for that. If you're cooking low and slow, I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. Fucking raspberry. I would love to get me a Lone Star Grillz. If they're watching, send me one. So Alton's getting the peach cobbler ready. Stephen Thompson, what's going on? He's gonna bring it out here and show you guys. I don't know if he's gonna put it together out here or just show you what it looks like. Where you at, Sean? What part of Texas are you in? Bushy Beto, no, I haven't seen it yet. I know Alton has one here that I freaking love. It's awesome. You can cook quite a bit of stuff in there. All right, here he comes. Oh, is this part of it? Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Bushy. Oh, Houston. Man, Sean, you guys are flooded pretty bad, man. I feel for you guys. I've got a lot of friends in the Houston area. And I'm in Austin, so I'm able to see what's going on down there. Man, you guys got hit really bad, man. I hope you're doing all right, brother. So Alton just brought out some, I think it's peach and blackberry. That's right behind us. I'm gonna wait till he brings the rest of the stuff out and we'll flip the camera over and show you what he's gonna add to that. touch of it. Man, that's crazy, Sean. That's absolutely crazy. King says, you know why most of the great barbecue joints in Texas cook on Mobergs instead of mill scales, flat stacks, proper primitive pits? There's an advantage to the Moberg. So King, I'll tell you right now, the Mobergs, the way that they're built, they have a great like flow through them. They just cook excellent. That's why I think a lot of these restaurants are switching to them. They are phenomenal cookers. They're built very, very well, very efficiently, and it's really, I mean, a lot of people can build pits, but you gotta, have the right size firebox, the right size smokestack. Moberg does a really great job at that.
So we're ready, brother.
All right, you want to flip this around?
Sure. Man.
All right, so I'm gonna flip you guys.
Be the cameraman.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip you guys around real quick. Let me do this here. I'll show you what Brother Alton's got.
I don't know if they can see that.
Hold on, okay, here you go. So these are the peaches and blackberries.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And today I have a confession. I'm not doing everything from scratch because I usually do it from scratch, making a batter, the whole thing. This time I want to try it with the pie crust. So I bought some pie crust. So we're just gonna try it out. See how this works out.
Here. Got that in there. And it's going to cover it with some of the strips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll put some pie crust across the top here.
Pie crust strips.
I am not a baker. I don't even imitate one, and I didn't even sleep at no Holiday Inn.
I was about to say, but he did stay at a Holiday Inn.
I'm just putting it on here. And we'll see how this works out. It might be good, it might be garbage. We'll see.
Either way, we're going to eat it.
Either way.
Are the peaches soaked in anything?
So the peaches were done with, when I put it together, put a little bit of water in it. And did a lot of peach schnapps in it.
Peach schnapps. So he did add some peach schnapps to that.
Peach schnapps and, the regulars, the cinnamons and sugars and stuff like that. So
What think is that egg white or egg?
this is actually butter.
Butter. Help give it that nice golden color.
Yep. Oops, sorry. So typically when I do this, like I said, I put together a batter. I make it from scratch using the flour and the sugar and the milk and all that. But I wanted to try this one this time. So
Yes,
pretty
butter,
much,
butter to brown the crust, King. Yes.
yeah, pretty much that's it. And
So we'll get
we'll pop the lid on and make a spot over here to get this on the Santa Maria. And this pot does not have legs on it, so we're going to use this little trivet. So we can put
we'll
this
set
on
that
here
down,
and
and we'll set the
close around.
pot on top of this on the Santa Maria, on the Lone Star Santa Maria grill over there. Stove fire. Dave Thompson says, sprinkle a little sugar on that crust.
You know what? I forgot about that too. I was going to do that too. I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you, sir.
Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up for Brother Alton, if you haven't already.
And what I'm going to do is, these, you ready to get back on here?
Yeah, whatever. You're in charge, brother.
So we get these put back over here.
I'm just here to look pretty and eat.
So let those keep going.
So these are starting to work. Yeah, we're getting some pullback on these. Whew, hot.
put this up here for a second.
You're absolutely right, Rita. Put that down there. Yes, Cowboy Kent style. So what he's doing is putting some coals underneath the stand, and on the stand he's going to place this on top of the stand. So we want to put some hot coals underneath it. But he went inside really quick to grab some sugar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these ribs so we get some char on the top side again. We're just going to keep flipping them back and forth. So we're starting to get some pullback here. So we're going to let these grill up. It's going to be good. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Let's wait for him to get back out here. And in the meantime, I'm going to come grab my drink. So he has a jug. I'm drinking, as you guys, if you know me, Tito's. That's my drink of choice. Tito's Cran Mango all day long. And we're watching the Aggies lose. So that's another bonus to the day. I'm not a big Auburn fan, but as a Texas Longhorn fan, I hate the Aggies. Let's see, I thought he came out. No? Let's see. Yeah, the Moberg makes great pits for a reason. Restaurants will wait. Yeah, they'll wait to get a Moberg because they're such great pits.
All right, so
All right.
this here we actually have, it's sugar, cinnamon, and granulated honey.
Ooh. That's going to make for a good topping.
Hope so. Should be good.
Yep. To get the lid on, can get it right back under here. Pickles, what's up, brother Pickles? You're watching me at brother Alton's cooking. We're doing some cooking, hanging out, drinking, watching some football. So you can see he's got a stand right here with some coals underneath it, so we get some heat coming from the bottom that he's going to put this on top of.
Just like that.
That's it.
You want to take this and put some coals on top?
Yep. So we got some coals on the bottom. Now we're going to add some to the top. So you get heat coming from both bottom and top. Hey, what's up, Real Joey B? Says you guys need some advice. I got a notification you were needing assistance. We're good, brother. We know how to drink already. We got a PhD in drinking, brother Joey B. Take some more of these coals, put them on top. Make sure we got plenty of heat. I'll tell you what, I've never had peach cobbler cooked this way, so I'm really looking forward to this.
It should be good. think that's probably enough there.
All right.
And let this down just a little bit, just for the ribs. That should do it.
Yep. Let this cook. Put the ribs again here in a little while. Just gonna let them go until they're done. There'll be no wrapping of the ribs or anything. So.
This also can turn the lid. That should do it.
Yeah. King Kabasa, this grill is fucking badass.
You know, I love the Santa Maria.
It's fucking huge. Took a lot of stuff on it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, this.
And
is
it also, I don't know if you guys saw this here, but it has a firebox. What's it called?
Bracero.
Bracero on the side, so you can actually burn your wood here. And these are like
They're the fire bricks.
fire bricks, so you can burn your wood here, let it turn to coals, and then move it over here.
Yep.
Or you can just dump your logs in here like we've done. It's up to you. So you have options. This is fucking awesome.
So the bracero, the idea is why you have the fire bricks here and say not over here. So the fire bricks, what happens is your coals, your wood burns, drops the coals down through the slats. The fire bricks, it protects the bottom of the bracero, but it does not allow the oxygen to come to your coals as much, so the coals last longer, which gives you the opportunity to accumulate coals, shovel them out, put them over to the cooking side, where the cooking side does not have fire brick. It actually has like expanded metal on the bottom, and it's built to where it has air that comes underneath it, which feeds your coals or your fuel. So when you pull the coals from here from the fire bricks over to your cooking side, you're now able to get oxygen to those coals, which then increases your heat, which helps you for cooking.
Awesome.
So
that makes
that's the way
sense.
that thing works.
This is awesome. Good gosh, this is awesome. I need one of these.
It's a badass cooking. I love it.
It looks like it.
And then, I had been thinking about getting one of those tables for doing Dutch oven cooking.
All right.
I can do it on this.
All right.
So it's a
right.
win-win.
We're going to come back over here to the table, you guys. Let me get this flipped around real quick. If somebody asks a question and we missed it, I apologize. Ask it again. But
It's a lot of moving parts going on over here.
It is. We're going to get this adjusted here real quick.
The real Joey's in the house, huh?
Yeah.
Welcome, brother.
He was asking if we needed tips. King. Rosario, fool. So how you liking that jug? Hey, King. King, I'm telling you, dude. I don't know if you were here earlier, King, when we were talking about this, but they made the jug. I filled up this Yeti. Well, it's a Rectech. I mean, Arctic, but Yeti, 30 ounces of straight jug.
No beer, no Dos Equis.
Not knowing you're supposed to mix it 50-50 with beer. If not, it's basically all alcohol. I drink a whole thing of this, and I was feeling it. I had to come back. And afterwards, they were like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to add beer to it."
I mean, you can drink it straight, but you don't probably want to drink it that much straight.
Hey, Papa City's Barbecue, how's it going on? Who did the hook 'em? Hey, Martin Gutierrez. Yes, that's right. Hook 'em.
Oh, Lord. I gotta go back over here?
No. It's Longhorns, not Cowboys. I need to come over on a Sunday, though. That would make for an interesting live.
Can we do that when they play the Patriots?
Why is it gotta be? How come we can't do it with the Dolphins?
Dude,
see how they.
I want to see a game, man. The Dolphins. Oh my goodness. The Dolphins. But you know what? Everybody said that about the Redskins that year. And the Redskins, I think their only win was against the Cowboys.
Redskins haven't beaten us in 4 years.
This was some ages ago.
In 4 years, the Redskins have only beaten us once. Trust me. As a Cowboy fan, my younger brother is a die-hard Redskins fan.
How'd that work out growing up?
He's adopted. We go at it. People love football season because they know we're going to go at it every single week.
You know what? Confession. I'm going to tell you something you don't even know about me.
You're a
When I
Cowboys
was growing up, when I was a kid, I was a Cowboys fan. One of my friends, his cousin, actually played for the Cowboys. You might remember Eugene Lockhart.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was one of my dude. I grew up with him, and dude, Eugene and Michael Downs and Steve DiAssi and Bill Bates, and we grew up as kids playing football in middle school, high school. The Cowboys used to come down on the regular to visit my friends,
Yeah.
and we'd sit out there in the street and literally play with the Cowboys. Have a good time.
Hey, really
I-
quickly, I'm sorry. Big shout out to Brother Russ from Smoky Ribs for tuning in.
Smoky Ribs is in the
Smoky
house.
Ribs Barbecue.
Welcome, Russ. That's my Lone Star Grill, Santa Maria
Yeah,
Grill
he's
brother right
talking about
there,
it.
man. But no, I used to be a huge Cowboys fan back then, man. And then the Cowboy, the whole takeover when Tom Landry and all those guys got pushed out. Eugene ended up getting shipped off to the Patriots, and that was the end of my allegiance to the Cowboys, man. 'Cause I was like, I'm done with the Cowboys after that, and I never looked back.
So you were a Eugene fan, not a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But you know what? I remember, like I said, as a kid, I don't know if you remember, the Cowboys just do all those basketball benefits around Central Texas, and they'd go play basketball at different whatevers. And my dad was huge into officiating, and I remember going with him to Temple, dude, and hanging out in the locker room with Tony Dorsett and Ernest Bynum and all of these guys from back in the day, man. I mean, I was a kid, so.
Cooking with Rexy is in the house. What is going on,
Hey,
Rexy?
okay, I'm glad she's here. Guys, do not forget next Thursday.
Is she on?
Cooking with
She's on?
Rexy.
No,
Rexy
she's
is gonna
not.
Rexy's gonna be on the hot seat.
No, Rexy's hands are going to be on the hot seat. Not Rexy. Don't tell me Rexy's going to be on there.
Rexy's gonna be on the hot seat. Our girl
No
Rexy.
way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. I
Wow.
might even do a live event, like build up to the hot seat. We might do a pre-hot seat show.
We should do
Just-
like so I don't know if you watch, but like on TLC they have a show called 90 Day Fiance. But after that they
the after show.
yeah, they have like a pillow talk where they do a show after the show talking about the show. We might have to do that with
We
Rexy.
might have to do that. Only Rexy could command that type of attention.
Oh man.
So that might be something we might have to look at doing.
Best hands on YouTube.
Yes, yes, yes. Can't wait to see Rexy on the hot seat.
Yes, pillow talk, Rexy. Rexy
Pillow
watches
talk.
pillow talk. I'm gonna do a pillow talk at
That
Rexy's
could be
on.
very interesting. Rexy,
Wow.
hey, all seriousness, Rexy, good luck. We know you're gonna rock it on the hot seat. Can't wait to support you. We're gonna be there front and center. And man, we're just gonna love having you on there. Can't wait.
I'm gonna get my iPad charged up and make sure I don't drink too much so I can hang out for the after party.
We might have to have a hot seat, like watching viewing party, man. We could throw some steaks on the grill. Possibility, dude. Hey, we might have to do that. Or, perfect. You know what we should do? Pay homage to Rexy and cook one of her dishes.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
King, not cool, King. Not cool.
Wow. Really? Come on, King.
King. Be respectful to the ladies, King.
Come on, man. You ain't even drinking a jug, so I can't even blame him on that.
Yeah, not nice. Gotta be respectful to the ladies.
I'm just excited because Rexy is she's always been so cool.
Everybody has always wondered what she looks like. You know what her hands look
You
like?
know what it is though? That's part of her I bet you.
She's like Larry Wolf over at the Wolf Pit. You never see him. I know why though, but you never see him. You only see his hands.
But you know what? That I bet is part of Rexy's stick.
Yeah.
You don't know what she looks like. She's gonna be on the hot seat. Don't mean we're gonna actually see her. She might be on with a mask.
She could
You
come
never
out.
know.
She could come out, yeah, with a mask. Like
She could be like the masked singer.
Right, the masked singer.
There you go.
She could come out looking like Beyonce, or she could come out looking like Shanae from
How
Martin.
you doing?
How you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my-
You never know, man. But she come out looking like J-Lo.
Oh.
Might have to.
We're just messing with you, Rexy. We
Might
can't.
have to
Hey,
play it,
I'm
too.
really looking for. I didn't even know she was on.
Yeah, man.
And I that's because my other Facebook page that got shut down, my barbecue page. I can't, like all of that is posted on there, and I can't even see it anymore. So I didn't know she was gonna be on, but that's awesome.
Yeah, man. You know what's gonna be really fun? Having Rexy as part of the Hot Seat Survivors messaging group on Facebook.
But I don't have that page anymore, so I'm not even a part of it. I can't even
But you
participate.
can create another page and CG will put you in.
Yeah, but
Can't wait to
I
have you in there,
Create another
Rexy.
email and all that.
I know you're gonna have so much to add to the Hot Seat Survivors comments and or message board, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun having you in there. I'll tell you that.
I might have to upload my driver's license and passport after all.
Man,
just to get that page back.
I would say contact Facebook first. Raspberry Rock, man, you a fool.
Right. I don't know who this dude is. I don't even know he's subscribed to me, but I've never seen him until now. But he's funny.
He's funny. He's getting one of those names you're gonna always recognize. While we're speaking of recognizing names, one that I gotta give a huge shout out to. I don't care what stream I'm on, or whether it's mine or yours or T-Roy. Shout out to T-Roy. T-Roy was gonna make it today. Something came up, he couldn't make it, so we'll do it again with him next time. But Jacqueline and Dad, dude.
Yeah, Steven.
They are like on the spot. I don't care whose stream it is.
Yeah. He subscribes to a lot of us.
Yes.
He supports a lot of us. I dig the dude. He's really
Huge
really
fans of Jacqueline and Dad, man.
Much
Definitely.
love.
So, hey,
Jacqueline
cheers,
and Dad.
Jacqueline and Dad. Thank you for being, I guess super subscribers. Is that? Can we call them that?
Yeah.
Super subscribers.
Hey, King. I'm just busting your balls, King. I'm just busting your balls.
It's all love, King.
Yeah. No hard feelings, my brother. No hard feelings.
You know, by the looks of the faces, I'm thinking Texas A&M is probably not going to. Oh, look, his hands are empty in there. Texas A&M looks like they're going to take a L.
I don't think I've ever seen College Station this empty.
Dude, they're leaving.
Good.
I mean, the fat lady's not singing, but she's warming up the vocal cords.
As a Longhorn fan, I love seeing that.
You know what?
Aggies.
We need to see A&M in Texas playing.
We do. I agree. We need to bring that back,
honestly,
man.
I think it would be a really good series.
It absolutely would. As a lifelong
Wait, Pickles, my
Longhorn fan.
people. Wait, did I say it long enough? Wait, was it my
Yeah, Pickles been in for a
people?
while.
What's up, Pickles? I'm just getting caught. Oh, you know what? I need to go check this lid. One of the things is with the cowboy, you gotta turn them in every so often.
Ah. My people. My people. My people's E, according to Rexy, E's. I need to go get me a refill.
You want these ribs closer to the fire yet?
Yeah, we can lower it if you want, if it's all right.
Yeah.
This looking good, Rexy? Is that what you're talking about? Or my Cowboys are looking good. Cowboys are looking good. They're doing very well this year so far. And I think we're going to have a great year. Am I saying we're going to the Super Bowl? No. Do I think we're going to have a good year and make the playoffs and have a potential run at the Super Bowl? Yes.
I'm gonna guarantee it right now. The Cowboys will absolutely be at the Super Bowl. I didn't say in the Super Bowl. They will be at the Super Bowl.
Tickets.
They will be front and center on the 50, watching the Patriots play. Who they gonna play?
The Patriots ain't going to make it.
They gonna make it? The Saints?
No.
I don't know. Now they
Drew
lost
Brees
Drew
being gone
Brees.
so long, they're going to lose home field advantages.
Okay. That's
Maybe
interesting.
LA again. Maybe Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota. Maybe.
Oh, Rex, you know I love you.
Okay,
but what about-
Rock, appreciate it, Pickles. How often do I go live? I try to go every Tuesdays, but I've been really busy. I have some stuff going on, and I'm not able to go live. But it's usually, if I go live, it's on Tuesday nights, my Keto Tuesdays.
So here's an interesting question. There's a lot of quarterbacks that went down. A lot of people hurt. Does Colin Kaepernick get a chance?
No.
No? Still just too high?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
And Here's the
cuffing
thing.
stuff. What's cracking?
So he keeps saying, and people keep saying he's blackballed. He's being blackballed by the NFL. But what people don't realize is there were 4 teams after he left San Francisco who were willing to sign him. One was the Ravens. His girlfriend went online and started comparing the owner and Ray Lewis to the characters from Diego Unchained. There were 4 teams that were going to sign him. They were willing to give him a chance, and he blew all 4. He didn't want any part of them. And now he's saying, I'm being blackballed. When 4 teams were going to sign him, they were going to give him a chance. He blew that. Now I think it's to the point where, I mean, he did well that 1 year in San Francisco, get him to the Super Bowl. But how many times do we see someone get their team there consistently, not counting Brady? Like, it just doesn't happen. So just because he got them there that 1 year, and you have to look at everybody that was on that team.
But Tony Romo did.
Yeah, we would have if it wasn't for Green Bay. We didn't get. You can thank the rest for that, because that was a catch.
Oh man.
That if it wasn't a catch, the NFL wouldn't have changed the rules. But anyway, I don't think, because people keep saying, well, he took a team to a Super Bowl. Yeah, but I don't think he's that. I don't think he could replicate that now if he came back into the NFL. But I think a lot of teams are really staying away because of the.
It's all the other stuff around.
Right.
It's like the Antonio Brown effect.
Yes, which is again something he brought on his own.
But did he?
Yes.
Because okay, so think about this for a second. So, you know, and it doesn't matter which side of the coin you fall on with this or whatever. So it's just all discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
But you think about this for a second. Okay, so Colin Kaepernick was doing his protesting or whatever, and people I've heard, and I'm not saying you said this, but I've heard people say, you know, that, oh, he won't just go somewhere and sit down. He won't, you know, stop. He made his point and he keeps going and blah, 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 blah. He's bringing all this attention. Well, okay, well, think about it for a second. When the protesting first began, how long ago did that begin? Before it came to public eye.
No, he was doing it before.
It began probably a year before.
Yeah, and
right?
nobody noticed.
And nobody knew.
No,
Nobody
I
knew
agree.
what was going on.
I agree.
He was sitting on the bench, minding his own business, doing whatever he was doing. And what happened was, what had happened was...
See you later, Rexy.
Rexy's leaving?
Yeah,
all right,
shut the
Rexy, hey. Thank you for dropping in, Rexy, and definitely everybody go support Rexy next Thursday, hot seat. But back to my point was, he wasn't really making a big stink about it or whatever. He was just silently doing whatever he was doing on the sidelines until a reporter asked him, hey, why is it that you sit on the bench during, you know, and then it came out. Oh, right. Well, you know what, I do this is you know, a form of protest against social injustice, whatever happened, blah, blah, blah. And people didn't like it. You know, and that's a whole nother discussion,
Right,
whether you like it or not.
I agree.
But my point is, it wasn't like he was seeking attention. He wasn't trying to go do this and that and the other. He was sitting on the bench doing his form of silent protest, respectful silent protest, and then met with Nate Borger, who was UT boy, military, ex-military, and he, you know, Nate said, "Hey, dude, this rubs us the wrong way that you're sitting on the bench. Can you please at least take a knee? For us in the military, taking a knee is a sign of ultimate respect." Okay, cool. I don't want to disrespect the military, so yeah, I'll take a knee. So he started taking a knee. But then it became everybody else that had nothing to do with it. Everybody else getting involved, saying, "Oh, this is disrespectful, and this is this, and this is that, and blah blah blah." And that's absolutely fine, dude. Everybody can feel the way they want to feel about it. I mean, that's, again, there's always going to be multiple sides to it. But I just don't understand, what was he supposed to do if you're trying to talk about peaceful protest? You know, people say, well, there's a place and time for it or whatever. Well, you think about it. The time that you do it is when you have your attention. People do different things, whether it's protesting, whether it's promoting their products, whether it's whatever it might be, whenever they have that attention, so to speak. You know what I mean? I personally, I look at it like this. I think people are hypocritical. And the reason I say that is, and I'm going to give you my example of it. Colin Kaepernick doesn't belong in the NFL. And people say that. I'm not saying I agree with that, but people say that he doesn't belong in the NFL because he's disrespectful to the flag, he's disrespectful to this, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. But people like Greg Hardy, who threatened his wife or girlfriend with military, with weapons, threatened to kill her. Because, dude, he wasn't with the Cowboys at first. He was with Carolina or whatever.
I got you.
But my point is, he threatened her with weapons, laid the guns out in front of her, on the bed, threatened to kill her.
Yeah.
Yet he got re-signed to another team.
Yeah, no, I
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree that public is extremely hypocritical. Extremely hypocritical.
Yeah.
When it comes to their guy, they're okay with it. When it comes to the other guy, they have an issue with it. We're not talking about just kneeling or anything like that, but just in general. To play the devil's advocate a little bit here, you're right. He was protesting before anyone even noticed.
Right.
So I think the media kind of blew it out of proportion, and then you have these diehard Americans who are like, you have to, support America, or
while they sit and eat their hot dogs and stuff while the flag is being, the national anthem is being played.
Right. So my only, the one thing that I have always thought, so if you're protesting police brutality, right, and being unfair to
Social injustice.
right, POC, people of color, when you're doing it during the national anthem, which represents the military and stuff like that, why wouldn't you do it? Why wasn't he protesting the police that were standing outside of his locker room protecting him, or the police that give him a police escort to the stadium? He didn't protest then. If we're talking about the way police treated people, why do it during a segment of the game where we're celebrating the national anthem, which represents something different? He had no issues. He wasn't protesting anywhere where police were at. He didn't say, I don't want police outside my locker room or anything like that, if that's what he was protesting. Now, I 100% agree with his right to do all that, and personally, I don't care, quite honestly. But I can see why some people had an issue with it. Like, why wouldn't you do it, or why would you do it only during this time, and not, if this is what you're really protesting over here, how police are treating people, why aren't you outside a police station? Why aren't you, protesting somewhere where police are at?
I can give you a simple answer for that. Because it doesn't have the attention. You don't have the eyes of it. The thing about protests is you have to have some sort of attention gathered with the protest.
Well, okay, but if that's the case, then why wasn't he looking for the attention when he was first doing it? He was doing it quietly.
But he wasn't looking for the attention. This was a personal thing.
But he was wanting to bring attention to it.
No. The thing was, originally it was a protest for him personally. It wasn't about, oh, I need the world to know that I'm protesting for XYZ.
Right, but he was standing
just,
up. Right.
Just me, my thing. And then he got questioned about it, and then the media got a hold of it, and it just took off. I mean, it took off. And I think the other thing is this. I think what's easily misconfused is that people think that, oh, he's protesting police. No, it's not about protesting police. He's protesting what, in his eyes, are bad police. Not all police are bad. I absolutely agree with that. Not all police are bad. Police that are sitting outside your locker room, guarding your locker room, or the bus traveling, or XYZ, whatever, they aren't bad police in his eyes that haven't done anything to him. You can't protest all for the acts of some. And I mean, dude, let's be honest about it. Not all police are good police.
Oh, listen. I'll tell you what. Half the channels that I follow on YouTube have absolutely nothing to do with barbecue, and have to do a lot with First Amendment, Second Amendment audits, people exposing bad police. So I get it, and I
there's
100%,
a lot of them out there to make the good police.
I watch his
bad.
videos literally every single day, and that's non-exaggeration. So I 100% get it and believe and support that there are a lot of bad cops.
And you know
I
what?
watch it every day.
That's a tough job.
Yeah.
To be a police officer, man, and I mean, at the end of the day, dude, police officers want to go home. At the end of the day, average citizens want to go home and make it safely to their families. It's a tough job, dude. I can understand why police might be apprehensive, and you know what? Get out of the car, let me put you in cuffs or whatever, make sure everything's cool. I don't have a problem with that. It's all good, dude. I'm not doing anything wrong. But I'm not put in a position where you have people that aren't doing anything wrong that encounter these bad police that make it look like they're doing something wrong. So I don't know, man. It's tough. It's a tough position to be in on either side. I'm just trying to be understanding of both sides, man. It's just a tough situation.
But going back to should he be in the NFL?
He has the talent.
Well,
He definitely. If you tell me that there's 50 other quarterbacks,
no, there are a lot of quarterbacks that have been picked up that
They have
don't
no
have
business.
that don't have the background that he has.
Or ability.
100% agree with that. However, I also don't think that just because of what he's accomplished in that 1 year with San Francisco, that's automatically going to translate to equal success with another team.
but at least give you the opportunity to at least
Yeah.
show us that you belong or show us that you don't belong.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. No,
I don't know.
I think
But it's the headache. I understand, dude. At the end of the day, NFL is a business.
it is.
You know, and if
absolutely.
I
That's what a lot of
sign
people
you-
fail
exactly.
to remember.
Yeah.
It's a business. Do you want your business to have a certain
Exactly.
reputation? You know,
If I bring
or-
you in, I mean, classic example. Look at what just happened with Antonio Brown and the Patriots.
right.
You know, Antonio Brown's ability on the field is unquestioned. He's probably the best, if not best, second best receiver in the league. But all of the headaches. You look at the press conferences that was happening with, and y'all know the history of the Patriots, man. They're no nonsense. They play football. They're X's and O's. Whether it's Tom Brady or the 52nd person on the roster, nobody gets treated any differently from Belichick. He gives zero damns, dude. The thing is, we have a common goal. This is what we're trying to do. And so, hey, you know what? You're bringing about negative attention. You got to go. You know, and if you're going to do that with Antonio Brown,
But you should do
stand
it.
a chance.
And this is where the NFL is extremely hypocritical. So they want to do that with Antonio Brown, right? But did the Patriots owner just get caught red-handed on film by the FBI or the government in a prostitution sting?
Yeah, but
And
it's
they didn't do anything to him.
it's only a crime if you finish, bro.
Dude, he was in there for a minute and a half.
Hey, man, 2 minutes. Come on, you got to give him 2 minutes at
He
least. Huh?
finished. Hey, white guy, he finished.
Man, no, I don't know, dude. I think that goes back to, you know, there's people that make things happen, and people that have things happen to them.
But that's what I hate about the NFL. They, even with Zeke, when they suspended him, it was a he said, she said thing, 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
Here you have an owner on camera, on video, and nothing happened.
True.
You know, it's just,
But don't get me started on Zeke, man. He has a pattern, dude.
yeah, but it's not that bad.
It's not
He's
that.
not. He's not raping anybody.
Oh, but if you put
he's
your
not
hands on him,
beating
it's
up
okay.
anybody.
He did though in college.
That DJ.
And see, he wonders why I brought up Greg Hardy.
That was completely different. Listen, if I slap you in the back of the head and then I take a bat and beat you, those are two different things.
Man, assault is assault, bro.
I can spit on you and that's assault. I can beat you with a bat, that's assault. They're not the same
He
thing.
said, "Which would you rather have happen to you?"
That's not the same thing.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna flip these ribs.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But anyway, man. So we talking about. So we got a little sidetracked on barbecue and everything, talking about whatevers. But it's all good. So let's see. Those ribs looking good, brother. It was Tom. Oh my God, you're like my best friend. We disagreed and argued. Hey man, Tom, that's what it's all about, dude. You can have conversation about stuff, man. You don't take it personal. Just have conversation, you know? I might learn something from you, you might learn something from me, but at the end of the day, hey, we slap each other on the back, have a drink, and see you tomorrow. It's all good. I mean, my special brownie is talking to booze and good meat on the grill. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Rick, awesome. You looking at the small reverse or traditional? Oh, that's not for me. My bad. Money plays in the half pro athletes. Exactly, Pickles. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You know, these guys, man. I mean, at the end of the day, dude, it's all about the almighty dollar. You know. If you or I work at our little job that we make our whatever money at and we acted a fool like that, it'd be no problem to get us out of it. But if we happen to be the ones that's bringing the money into the organization, there's a certain amount of BS that they could put up with and continue to pay us, you know, until we become too much of a liability. So people like Antonio Brown or Colin Kaepernick, that's what they are, you know. So it is what it is. Rick is doing a traditional offset with mods. Rick, you buying another smoker? Is that what I'm hearing? Are you buying another smoker, brother? Out there in Tecate in Mexico, which is funny, Rick, because the only thing about Tecate that I've ever heard of before was the beer Tecate, and then you go over there and it's Tecate, Mexico, whatever.
My favorite beer, by the way.
So, true story here. I heard of this show that was coming up on Netflix, new to me. So I thought I'd check it out. It's called The Mayans MC. So I started watching it. And then realized, oh wait, this is the second season that's coming out. So I'm actually watching the first season. We'll watch the entire first season and then realize, okay, I'm missing something because Sons of Anarchy there was some reference to Sons of Anarchy in that, and I got to go back and watch it. So I'm watching Sons of Anarchy. I'm binge watching it, as we do on Netflix, and get through, and I get to this one section, and dude that was bad, the bad guy on the Mayans that was basically an outcast, got kicked out or whatever. He's holding a hostage situation, and what does he want? He wants transportation to Tecate, Mexico, and the first person I thought about was Rick. I was like, I had never heard of Tecate, Mexico until Rick. So, Rick, shout out to you, brother. Cheers. Oh, I missed some chat there. My chat was stuck.
Just some chicharrones, Tom. Some chicharrones.
How was the Mayans pickle? Man, I'm telling you what, dude. Like I said, I'd never seen the Mayans. I thought it was a brand new series and didn't realize, no, it was the second season that was being advertised for. I completely watched the first season in probably a week, and then got into the second season, and the second season has been phenomenal. I think we're on the fourth or fifth episode, something like that.
No, this is the
third. So it's pretty good, but I'll tell you this: I'm new to Sons of Anarchy. I mean, Sons of Anarchy already ended. If you don't know that, it was 7 seasons long, 6 or 7 seasons long. I went back and started watching. Dude, I've gotten through the first 3 seasons of Sons of Anarchy in like a week. Like, I've just really been binge watching the hell out of it, and I'm loving it, dude. So I can understand, like James said earlier, we were talking off camera, and he said, man, I don't understand why they ended that show. It was so good. I can absolutely get that. And I'm like I said, I just watched today, started the 4th season, the first episode. I'm digging the Sons of Anarchy, man, so it's pretty good. Look at that, Smoking Joe's in the house. What's going
up, brother
on, Joe?
Jay's Brappin Barbecue. What is going on, my brother? What's up, brother Joe? Salud.
So, Joe, welcome to the stream. We're hanging out, brother. We did some fajitas on the Santa Maria grill, and James got some ribs going. I've got a peach and blackberry cobbler going. And looking from over here, man, those ribs are looking pretty tasty.
Yeah, just let them. They're looking good.
Yeah, man. We cooked them a little slower today, get a little bit more smoke onto them, but they're looking pretty damn good.
So Raspberry Rock said, "Hey Joe, been thinking about you today. Hey Raspberry, was that earlier when you were taking off your pants or when?"
We need to leave and give them some privacy here.
I think maybe Raspberry Rock and Brother Joe might need a little bit of alone time.
They might need
their own little private chat.
Tom says I need to do a video on the cobbler. Maybe so, man. I might do that.
You ever tried a Fat Shack smoker?
No, I don't think I've heard of that. So, Tom, I will tell you this. My plan is there is a collaboration that's going to be released out the first weekend of October called Tough Like Jack. In that Tough Like Jack video, my plan is I'm going to be doing a brisket pot, and I'm going to do it on the Santa Maria in a Dutch oven. So be on the lookout for that.
What's up, West Tejas Barbecue? Thanks
What's
for
up in
stopping
the
in.
house?
It shows that they have a man crush on each other.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, Joe and Raz.
Man crush, huh? Why is it you say that and I'm hearing like the theme song from the Crying Game going on here?
I don't know, man. It's an El Paso thing.
Is that what it is? Raspberry Rock in El Paso?
Well, Joe is, but
say it ain't so, Smoking Joe. You know what? That would be a blast, dude. Me, you, and Smoking Joe together doing a live stream.
I'm actually trying to get out to El Paso before the year ends. October is completely booked. Half of November is completely booked. and then there might be one weekend in December. I mean, we're really thinking about going over to New Orleans again or going out to Vegas, but
That'd be fun.
maybe in December I can make it out for a weekend to El Paso for Brother Joe, hang out with Brother Joe.
Tell you what, if you make it to Vegas, go check out Rollin' Smoke Barbecue, man.
Hey, Saucy Senorita.
That would be a blast. Go hang out with Joe. Go break in that Yoder.
Yeah, I'm coming,
Yoder
Joe, man.
Smokers.
I'm thinking it's gonna be.
We go trim this cobbler right quick.
Oh, I'm gonna aim for either like the first weekend in December or the third weekend.
Oh man, James,
Oh, the ribs are good. Yeah, Joe, I'm trying to make it down there in December. I think the weekend of like the 13th is when my birthday weekend is when we're planning on going back to New Orleans or flying out to Vegas for the weekend. But if none of those fall through, I'll just shoot over to El Paso. Yeah, I remember your wife and I share. You know, our birthdays are just a few days apart. Mine's on the 17th. Texas Made Food, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. So Brother Alton's checking on the cobbler. The ribs are looking good. I've never cooked ribs this way on a Santa Maria grill type of cooker, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they turn out. You know what, Joe? I may make it that weekend. After all, I know I think we've already scheduled the time off for the 13th through that Friday through Monday. The drive to New Orleans is pretty much the same as to El Paso, so we may just head your way after all. I'll let you know, but I would love to head out there in December. And if we could do it that same weekend, that would be awesome. Booger! What is going on, my friend? What is going on? Air fryer recipe and boogers 500 US. Thank you for stopping in, Miss Booger. So how long have we been going? About an hour and a half. We've been going. My Longhorns play soon. I gotta watch my horns. Chin James. Texas Made Food. Where's everyone from? I'm from Austin, and well, I live in Kyle, which is just south of Austin. Brother Alton lives in Pflugerville, which is just north of Austin. But basically Austin, Texas, for us. Yeah, what part of Texas are you in? Texas Made Food. Pickles is in Colorado. Corpus Christi. I like Corpus. Try to go down there about once a year. Do some fishing and just hang out there. I like the city. Let's see. Stanford over Oregon. Good. What do we got here? One second. Let me bring it back up. Pickles, I don't cook a whole lot of Italian. Which is funny because that's where my family's from, but I don't do a whole lot of it. Yeah, Supple, Serpent Supple, he's in El Paso.
Dude, did I see Ohio State put up 76 points?
I can see that. Although I wouldn't doubt it.
I could have swore I saw it. They put up 76 points.
They might have. I wouldn't doubt it. In fact, I have a video coming up this week where I went to Franklin's Barbecue yesterday, and a couple of guys that joined me in that joined me yesterday are from Italy. They flew in just to do a barbecue crawl, and we went to one of the spots was Franklin's. I mean, they went to other spots, but we had a couple of guys come in from Italy just yesterday for a barbecue crawl to Franklin's. Texas Made Food, they're doing well. 2-1. Only loss was to LSU, which is a top 4 team, basically. But they look good. They look good. No, I didn't take it to Valentino's. Valentina's Pickles, but they did go. They went Thursday night to Valentina's, and then came out to Franklin's on Friday morning. So I didn't have to take them there. They already went there. One of the guys, Mike from Bower House Barbecue, and you'll see him in my video, and there'll be a link to his channel and stuff when I upload my video. But those were his friends, and he's in the Dallas area, so they flew into Dallas. They came down to Austin for the weekend, and I think they left. I think they went back today. Yes, they are, Joe. Yeah,
It's
they loved
the
it.
Dolphins, man.
Dude, they're an NFL team. If they weren't an NFL team, they shouldn't be in the NFL. Don't get that. They're not real teams. They're professional football team.
That could be debated, though.
If they weren't, they'd be in the XFL. Yeah, Joe, they loved Valentina's. Absolutely loved it. And I'll tell you what, Franklin's, I've been there multiple times. Yesterday, by far the absolute best it's ever been. It was freaking phenomenal yesterday. And I've always said that Franklin's was just average. Yesterday, they were well beyond that. Yeah, it was
I don't know,
awesome.
because those ribs over there,
They're looking good.
they smell phenomenal. So you got what was it, Malcolm Reed on one?
So on one rack I used Swine Life. It's a Mississippi swine rub, and then Malcolm Reed's hot rub. Which that combo, actually the guy that sent it to me, he won first place in ribs at Memphis in May this year with that combo.
Nice.
Now I'm not using, I don't know what sauce he used or he injected or brined his ribs, but this rub combination is what he used. And I tried it the other day, and it was really, really good.
Nothing wrong with mahi, man. That's some good fish tacos right there. I use halibut more than that, but it's all good. What's that? Mississippi? Or Mississippi? Mississippi?
Mississippi grind and the hot rub, which is what I use in
Oh,
the ribs.
okay.
It's damn good. It is, King. I used it earlier in the week,
True.
and it was good. Yeah, the Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL this year. I agree.
You know, when I did those ribs on that for my first cook, I did the Victory Lane jalapeno garlic seasoning
Yeah.
along with Cosmo's Dirty Butter Pie, and it was really good. Really good.
Those ribs are been there.
Those ribs. Tell you what, y'all should come. I'm gonna take y'all over here so y'all can see these ribs, cause man. Look at these ribs.
Ooh, look, they're juicy. Look at that, man. These things are tripping juice.
Yes,
They're
sir.
pretty. That bend,
Yes, sir.
they're pretty close.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah, these things are not far from being done.
Dude, they look phenomenal. Let's get y'all a little close up so you can see that rub action. Look at there.
So this one is Brother Alton had a rub from Fiesta. It's the
Smoky swine.
Smoky Swine, and this one is the hot rub from Had a Barbecue, right? Marguerite's rub, and then the Mississippi Swine on this one, which is really, really good.
Look at that, guys. Come on now. That's
you got that-
ridiculous.
Tons of smoke. You got that char flavor on there. These are going to be good. I can't wait to try them. And again, these things are,
Look at the pullback on these bones here, too.
yeah, so you got that. For
They're
baby
looking
backs,
pretty good, man.
Yeah. Like these are, I mean, that's,
Yeah, look at that.
these things are just a little bit.
That's where you asked me, like, man, do you have to wrap them? Nah,
Yeah, no,
you
not
don't
at
have
all.
to.
I can't wait to.
I'm telling you, I think I like the ribs off of this thing better than I do the pit barrel.
Yeah. I can see why. This
And
will be
then
good.
we got that peach cobbler going. So
It'll be good.
So we're getting it going, guys. So just like that, that's what we cooking around here, you know, hanging out on a good Saturday afternoon. Got the game going. Notre Dame about to come on in a little while. You got UT and Oklahoma State coming on in a little while. So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
around
Joey,
here.
I'm gonna sauce them. I'm gonna sauce them with some apple habanero from
Head Country. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the question. I'm gonna ask you guys, and I'll ask you since you're here, a couple of questions. One, we're gonna talk sauce for a second. Sweet Baby Ray's, man, what do you think about their sauce? What's your opinion? Joe, Smoking Joe, what's your opinion as well? Sweet Baby Ray's, that barbecue sauce. What do you think about that sauce? Hell, any of you guys that's in the chat, what do y'all think about Sweet Baby Ray's?
I think it's
Honest opinion.
it's good if you're looking like backyard cook, if you're cooking for so I'll use it if I'm cooking like for a large party sometimes, but I like to take the Sweet Baby Ray's and mix it with a different sauce. You know, for off the shelf sauce, it's not bad. I like to mix it though with a different sauce.
Why do you mix it?
Because you can take like it's a decent sauce, and then you can take another sauce that's a really good sauce, and when you combine them, you get a sauce that's even better. So you take like one like this Head Country, it's a little smoky. It has a little smokiness to it, and the Sweet Baby Ray's has some sweetness to it. When you combine the two, then you just get a whole nother flavor. So that's why I like to combine sauces sometimes. You can take two that are really good on the alone. Excuse me. Take two sauces that are really good alone.
I got you, Joe.
Combine them there and make them an even better sauce.
Yeah. I don't know. We got into a discussion about this the other night on Dasher Stream, and people thought I was crazy because I said, "Man, I don't really care for Sweet Baby Ray's. I think it's too sweet." You know, that's just my opinion. Now, a lot of people love sweetness. Me personally, I'm not a huge sauce person to begin with, though. So I'll start by saying that I'm not a huge sauce person. I don't like to put sauce on my food when I cook it or what have you. But that's just me. That's just me. So I'm not telling you not to like Sweet Baby Ray's at all. A lot of my kids like Sweet Baby Ray's to a degree, you know. But I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it's just a little too sweet by itself. I'll absolutely have to cut it with something and add some other stuff to it, just to make it to me where it's a little bit more savory.
Yeah. That's why I cut it, because it is a little too sweet
sweet.
on its own. And if I can add another sauce to it to kind of help carry it.
Lewis, what's cracking?
Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue, what is up, my brother?
Okay, so okay, we talk about that, and most of the time that I hear people say, "You should try Why Not So Sweet Baby Ray's." I haven't heard that one. I don't know, Sweet Baby Ray's is not a bad sauce. Don't get me wrong, but I have to doctor it. You know, it's just too sweet for me. I will say, and you tried it, and Smoking Joe has tried it too. One that is good, straight out of the bottle, is that Carolina Q, man. That Southern mustard sauce, dude. That stuff, God, that stuff was really.
It's
freaking
good. So, like in the last video that I put up, I showed that the bottles were busted. They had sent me some in the past that I was able to try, and I liked it.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, man. I made the last video I did using their. Actually, the first one I did using their products. I used the Southern mustard sauce on pork steaks that I cooked on the Santa Maria, man, and that stuff was off the hook. You know, before I had tried their products, the other time that I tried mustard sauce that I really liked, I was actually out at City Market in Lulu. And so when I tried their mustard sauce, it's like every time I try a mustard sauce after that, I kind of compare it to that. But that stuff was really good. Yes, sir, Smoky Joe, man. That mustard sauce was really good. I actually like the mustard sauce more than I like the sweet hickory sauce.
Joe, I'm gonna try that sauce, Joe. Like when I saw that video, it looked really, really good.
Yeah. All right, so Head Country Original with Blues Hog. I have not tried Blues Hog at all.
I've tried Blues Hog. It's really, really good. I have not mixed Blues Hog with Head Country, but I could see where combining those two would make a really good combination. But personally, I haven't tried them combined together. I have tried them separately, and they're really, really good. The Blues Hog is really, really good.
Man, I thought that Texas game was at 6:30.
No, I think it's at 7. Yeah. On the ABC.
There you go.
Oh, is it 6:30? Oh shit, maybe it's on now. Oh. Alright, my long one's about to start.
Cause see, we got rid of cable. We cut the cord. And we do our Hulu.
I
So it's a little
do
bit of that
KS
game.
hosting. It's $5 a month. You get all the channels. I get all HBO, Cinemax, everything. My brother-in-law's been telling me about it for a while. It just sounded too good to be true, so I never pulled the trigger. When he came
Dude,
over,
I'm looking at you like, what?
he came over, hooked it up. It's legit.
Wow.
$5 a month.
We might have to talk. All right, so here's the second hot button question here.
Hey Jim, what's going on? Suburban Barbecue.
All right, James, question for you. And Smoking Joe, because I know you two brothers, man. I relate to y'all. We kind of cook similarly or whatever. So my question to you two: grilling and barbecue or smoking. What constitutes grilling and what constitutes smoking?
You grill burgers, you grill hot dogs, you grill steak.
Okay, but okay, maybe I should rephrase this. Somebody said that it is impossible to grill ribs, and I said no, you can't grill ribs. And they said no, you can't grill ribs, and I said, well, yeah, I actually grill ribs on my Santa Maria, and they said no, that is barbecue and not grilling.
Yeah, all right. I can see where they're coming from, but you can grill ribs. We're basically grilling ribs now.
That's what I said.
But so, in my opinion, barbecue consists of a number of things. It consists of smoking, and it consists of grilling. So I think both of those things fall under barbecuing.
I got you, King.
Smoking and grilling are two different things.
Absolutely.
But they still fall under the umbrella of barbecuing. So people can say, you know, I'm gonna barbecue some, and basically they're just grilling it. But it does fall up. I think it does fall under the umbrella of barbecuing. Barbecuing isn't just smoking for long hours. I think that's one part of barbecuing. And I think the other part is the grilling part. So I think both of those, in my opinion, fall under that umbrella of barbecuing.
Okay. So here's my assessment, what I say. I've heard people saying, King, I'm not picking on you. You use that. You said what you said, and it falls in line with some other things that I've heard people say. So that's what I'm going at here. People say that it's temperature based. If you're cooking at a lower temperature, then it's barbecue, and if you're cooking at a higher temperature, then it's grilling. So before I get into what I say about that, the question to you is this: Myron Mixon, Harry Sue, Mo Kason, these guys do hot and fast briskets. They take a brisket, they cook it at 400 degrees, 500 degrees, whatever it might be. Are they grilling a brisket or are they smoking a brisket? What are they doing? And people say, no, that's they're grilling a brisket. And I say, no, they're not, because they're doing it indirect. To me, barbecue is indirect. Grilling is direct. If you're grilling something, you have it over coals. You have it over the heat. I was told that no, you can't. Even if we're using the Santa Maria, we're not grilling ribs. We're barbecuing ribs because we have moved the grill up higher away from the coals, which then makes it barbecue instead of grilling. And I said, no, that's grilling still. We're just varying the temperature by moving the distance between the meat or protein and the coals. It's still grilling because you're over the coals. The example that was given to me was, well, what if you have a single grill, such as a Weber kettle? You put your coals on one side of the kettle and you put your meat on the other. Are you grilling the meat, or are you smoking or barbecuing the meat? You're barbecuing the meat. You're indirect. You're not directly over the fire or directly over the coals. You're indirect. You got the coals on this side of the kettle. You got the meat on this side of the kettle. The vent on that side of the kettle. Heat comes up, radiates through the dome, and then out. You're smoking or barbecuing the meat.
I would say you're smoking it.
Yeah, well, yeah. But, and that was my point, was that you can absolutely grill ribs, because I was told, no, you can't grill ribs, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, that's, to me, that's incorrect. You can actually grill ribs. You vary the temperature, doesn't mean you're not grilling the ribs. Grilling doesn't always mean it has to be super high heat. It doesn't mean that. People can grill at super high heat. If we do burgers or, things, we can absolutely grill. But you know what? You can also grill at a lower temperature.
Yeah, so I like what the Real Joe B says. He says, I do burgers indirect and then I sear them for extra flavor.
Exactly.
So if you take a burger and you cook it indirect, get some smoke on there.
Exactly. You're barbecuing it.
You're barbecuing. And then if you move them over the fire to get a sear on them, are you all of a sudden not barbecuing? I mean, how can you go from being barbecuing to not being barbecued just because you moved it over? That's why I think when it comes to barbecuing, it consists of smoking, grilling. I think barbecue is the act of like cooking on a grill of some sort.
So, and it's just a fun discussion. I mean, everybody's going to have their own.
Now that I would disagree with. Pickles says grilling involves lighter fluids.
Pickles, my people.
So Joe, Smoking Joe says we're grilling those ribs, but we're having a barbecue. And that's the other thing.
That's a social act.
Right. So you'll hear people say, "I'm going to fire up the barbecue,"
which I always say, I'm going to fire up the grill.
Right.
Same thing.
People up north and other places, they always say, I'm going to fire up the barbecue.
That's my point. That right there, you just hit it. That's my point. Because what I said to this person was that, well, you know what? In Texas, this is how we do things. So let me, and one of the things I said was, all right, tell you what are the regions of barbecue? And that person said, well, the regions of barbecues, you have your Carolina Q, you have your Texas Q, you have your Memphis Q or St. Louis Q, you have your California Q. And I said, not at one point did I hear you say where you live at.
Yeah.
I live in Texas. This is what we do. I'm not telling you that what I do is the be all, or what we do here in Texas is the be all, because there's going to be different ways that people do different things. But you can't say that because I'm cooking over coals at a varying height that I'm not grilling. It's not called a Santa Maria smoker. It's called a Santa Maria grill. You're grilling, but it's over coals. You just vary. And again, if you have a Weber kettle, for instance, you guys out there that actually grill and grill proficiently, do you, James, grill on your Weber kettle with one bed of coals and that's it, or do you have temperature zones?
If I'm grilling, this is one bed of coals because I'm grilling.
Because you're grilling what, burgers or
Right.
heavy. So for me, if I'm grilling something, I rarely ever just do one bed simply because I might finish a steak on the outside where I know it's not finished on the inside yet, which means I need to move it from direct to indirect to finish it to the temperature I want without continuing to heat up the external the surface. I need it to stay where I got it and not overcook it, but have it continue to cook internally. So I don't know. I guess all I'm saying is, to me, is grilling is going to be over coals, and indirect cooking is going to be more of a barbecue or smoking. You know, and what was said to me on that was using, when you use the Santa Maria grill, if I raise the grill up and I have the fire going down low, I've got the grill up high, so it's not a super high temperature at the protein surface. With the Santa Maria grill, what I'm doing at that point is I'm smoking it. I'm actually getting smoke from the wood.
So when we first started those ribs, we had them.
Exactly.
When we first started these ribs, we had them high up, just to take smoke.
Exactly.
So is that grilling? Is it smoking? Can it be considered barbecue either way?
Tomato. I mean, it is what it is. It made for an interesting conversation. It made for a really good, interesting conversation. So.
Yeah, people say I'm going to have a barbecue this weekend.
Exactly.
And basically what they're meaning is,
Exactly,
they're just
Lewis.
firing up their grill.
What's that Harry says? It's a 3-hour
Exactly.
a 3-hour discussion in a fist fight or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing that's you can't even debate, and I'm sure my brother right here is going to agree with me. Sitting right here, talking to you guys and drinking on this drink, the only thing better is the aroma coming from this post oak burning over here, man. I'm telling you, the aroma we're getting from the ribs and the man, come on, man. Y'all just don't even understand.
I can sit by the grill all damn day.
I'm telling you, man. Wait, what is that there? It's a shame. I'm grilling every night while I'm camping.
Yeah. Oh,
In
yeah.
Blackstone?
Shane's
Okay.
tuned in.
Now
He's
I'm
camping.
starting and I'm stuck at the data center in the middle. Hey, I hear you, man. I hear you, John. Hey, we got something on for you, brother. Oh, y'all need to go check the speakers. I kicked up the heat a little while ago.
I can't wait to get into these ribs. We have to pull them off here soon. Looking good? Pull the whole thing off? Yeah. Yeah, alright.
I kicked up the heat because it wasn't recording.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take those off. We can take the ribs off. I think the ribs will be good to go. No, I can't wait. These ribs, they have like that char on them. They've been taking a ton of smoke, so they're going to be smoky. They're going to have a char flavor. They're going to be really, really good. Oh, you know what? I should actually probably sauce them real quick. So we're going to pull this peach cobbler, we're going to pull this peach cobbler off, take it inside, let it sit outside. I'm going to grab that sauce. You got a brush to sauce the ribs? See you later, Booger. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out for a little bit. Truly, truly appreciate it. Alton's going to bring me a brush. I'm going to get some sauce. We're gonna sauce these ribs. Joe, I don't know. Are you guys grilling, smoking, or having a barbecue? All the above. Yes, Red Rider. We got Brother Alton made some. It's a peach and blackberry cobbler on the Lone Star Santa Maria grill in a Dutch oven. Just pulled it off of the grill. We're gonna let it rest for a bit. We're gonna take it inside, and we're gonna save that for dessert. But I got some ribs on here that I'm gonna need to sauce real quick because they're just about done. Raspberry Rock, I gotta get up early, man. I don't know about no damn shot. We'll let Brother Alton take back over real quick. I'm gonna go sauce these ribs.
All right, gang. So yeah, my man's about to get these ribs sauced. Oh yeah. Let me come over here. So basically, if you pull it and push it that way,
Yeah.
that'll break it for you. Get those ribs, guys. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
Get them sauced up real quick.
Those ribs look freaking phenomenal. They smell fantastic. Woo, look at that. So we're going to hang out here by the grill while James grabs his sauce that he's going to put on. I think he's using Head Country habanero, apple habanero. That's right, Red Rider, welcome. New name to me, man. Hey, thank you for being here. But yeah, man, these ribs look freaking phenomenal. Get that pull back on those bones. This is gonna be real pretty. Watching you glaze these ribs, man.
Flip these over to the back side real quick. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna use some Head Country apple habanero, one of my favorite sauces.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Ooh, doggy.
Look at that, man.
You guys don't know about this apple habanero, you better find out about it.
Telling you.
Some good stuff.
I personally think apple habanero Head Country is better than Sweet Baby Ray's, but
Without
that's
a doubt.
just me.
Not even a question. And I will
That's
tell
just
you,
me.
this is one of my competition sauces.
There you go. Wait, say that again. Look at the camera. Make sure you ain't giving him a false face.
This is one of my competition sauces. I'm
Hey,
telling you right
man,
now.
you heard it first right here, guys. That's that good stuff. That's that ooh wee.
It's good.
Good God. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm standing in front of these ribs, and the picture that you guys are seeing on camera is not doing this justice. I'm telling you. The color on these ribs is just freaking phenomenal. Look at that.
Man, nice glaze.
Hey, y'all wanted some food porn. Y'all getting it right here. Bushy says it looks good. It looks great to me. Yes, sir.
Oh, it is good, Bushy.
Some phenomenal looking ribs right there. Northeast Beast. What's cracking?
Oh man, look at that.
Dude, those ribs look freaking phenomenal.
Woo, doggy. They gonna be good. They gonna be real good.
Brother, I see a Santa Maria grill in your near future.
They want to send me one. I'll take it.
Man. So, hey, you might want to grab one of those trays too, whenever you to pull them off on. So, man, we're gonna let those ribs glaze over. We're gonna take it back over here to the table. Get back over. You know, my drink's over here unattended and it's getting lonely, so I gotta come keep it company. You know. Pork shoulder. Hey, you know what? So, pork shoulder. One of the seasonings that we use, James put on one of the racks of ribs, is Fiesta brand Smoky Swine seasoning. And that stuff is absolutely phenomenal on pork shoulder and phenomenal on pork ribs. And you know what? James tasted it out of the bottle and he loved it. So we're going to see what it's going to be like on these ribs, especially with this head country apple habanero. So
I think it's going to be really, really good. Gonna get those. Oh, the game's already started?
yeah, man, look, Oklahoma State's about to score already.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's fake news. Okay. They're cheating already, man. They're cheating already. What time is it?
No, who's that? Who's that said that? The real Joey. Hey, a lot of times, dude, I don't put sauce on my ribs. I like them. I like them savory. Salt and pepper.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't hurt to have it. But that sauce is a really
It's
damn
a really good sauce.
So that's why, I'm adding some to it.
And coming from a person that's, I'm not really a big sauce person, man, but that apple habanero, say that
Yeah.
quick after drinking the jug, right?
Yeah.
But that
Say that
apple
3 times
habanero,
fast.
man, is some really good stuff. But I tell you what, man, one of the best ribs I've had in a long time, without any sauce, just, salt and pepper. This man right here, man, we were over at T-Roy's house and he did those salt and pepper ribs.
Central Texas style ribs.
Man,
Those are so good.
pig shots.
You can
What are pig shots? I don't know what pig shots are.
Big shot.
Hey, John, it's a
don't know
it's a
what those are.
fantastic sauce. Hey, so Red Ryder pig shots. Maybe we know what they are. Maybe we don't. What are they? But I'm not really sure I know exactly what they are. Doing ribs next week. Cool. Spare ribs or baby back ribs? What you doing? How are you cooking them? What are you cooking them on? Wait, are you grilling them?
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, tune in for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold up!
Oh!
Oh, come on! Come on! Oh, sheesh!
He came out of nowhere and got that ball.
Yeah, he did. Who the hell was that? He come from the sideline?
He came in there like Superman.
Good gosh, man.
Hey, so y'all see the games on. You see where my brother's attention's going.
Bacon wrapped around them, cream cheese and the bacon. That I haven't tried. No. I like spares personally. Pickles. I did baby back today because somebody commented on a recent video I did and said, "Oh, how come I didn't do baby bags?" So while I was at the store, I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna pick up some baby bags." But
I think they're interchangeable, man. Really.
But spares have more fat, more flavor, more meat. Yeah, you can do it. I don't do baby backs a whole lot. I like to switch it up a little bit, so we're going baby backs today.
I think with spare ribs, you get more bang for your buck, though.
Oh yeah, because
You know?
you have the whole rib tip
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there, and so a lot more meat.
So even if you don't want to cook them and you want to, trim them down to St. Louis, you can cut all that off and save it and put them in beans or
Yeah.
whatever.
I always, probably 90% of the time, take spare ribs, cut them down to St. Louis, and cook the rib tips separate because those tend to dry out.
What was that? Zydeco Chop Chop? What? Smoking with Cajun bait and Zydeco Chop Chop? I haven't heard of Zydeco Chop Chop. All ribs matter. But speaking of the Cajun Creole, man, did you guys get to check out that video? The last video I posted with doing the pork chops. I did porterhouse pork chop stuff with boudin with a Creole sauce and Trinity and heavy cream and crawfish. Come on, man, that stuff was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So for those of you that have watched it, liked it, commented, appreciate you. 30-inch vertical by a shot. Okay, nice, nice.
Just a couple minutes.
Man,
Lower
I'm telling
down.
you, those ribs. So we're getting to that point, guys, where we're probably gonna bring this to a close here pretty quick. It's about time
Yeah.
to eat.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
the wives are in there, man. They've been munching on all kinds of different stuff because
Yeah,
they've been
they're
waiting to eat. We've been out here on line, what, 2 hours
2
and
hours.
5? Come on, man.
A
Hey,
long time.
cheers to you guys for hanging in there with
Yes,
us, man.
yeah, a lot of you guys been here from the beginning, so thank you.
Okay, so Cajun bait. We need to look that up.
See you later, brother Jim. Jim,
Yes,
take it
sir.
on.
Yes, sir, Jim. Appreciate you, brother. And Jim, we need seriously, dude. We need to get together and set up some sort of barbecue excursion in Houston, man. There's too many places. I know I need to get down there and go check out Truth.
Yeah.
Have you been to Truth since they opened in Houston?
Not in Houston. I've been to the Brenham.
Brenham?
Yeah,
We need to get down there.
that's my
man.
#1 spot.
There's a lot of places down there to go check out, man. So we're gonna have to get together and get down to Houston. Y'all got some gyms down there, man. No pun intended, gyms. Joe, you a fool, man.
Fucking Joe.
Hey, Pickles,
That's gonna
appreciate
be
you
after
for
we
that.
leave here. Then I'll take one.
I don't know about all that, dude. This right here make you go to sleep.
I'm gonna be asleep with like strong like bull when I'm sleeping. Hey, hey,
Wake up all sore.
if she
What
wants,
happened
if
to
she
me?
wants to jump on, she can jump on. I'm just saying.
Oh man, we having too much fun over here. Who's that? Rick, man, I'm telling you, dude. I wish, Rick. It all really came together a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Once I knew that it was gonna happen, dude, you were the first person I called after, James and Troy. He's like, dude, we got to get Rick up here.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jim don't do too many videos.
But that's all right though, because if we hook up and we all get down to Houston, trust me, Suburban Barbecue will be on the video, guaranteed, and it'll be a lot of fun. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if y'all have cicadas wherever y'all are, but these freaking things are annoying as hell, dude. If you don't know what cicadas are, they're like a grasshopper type thing to get in the trees, and they make this annoying noise, man. Mr. Miyagi. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not a Texas fan, but dude, the fact that Oklahoma State was down like first and goal on the 3 or 4 yard line,
2.
and they didn't get in.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go
That's
down
ridiculous.
and fingers crossed.
But it's again kind of pointing out what I said we were talking about earlier. It's like, dude, Texas defense, man, they give up too many plays, man. Albeit we weren't really paying attention. We just looked up, and next thing you know, they're down there inside.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was
the red
on.
zone.
Shit. They're on the goal line. I'm like, what the
But,
fuck?
it is what it is. That's kind of how the Dolphins gonna do the
Doing
Cowboys
it.
tomorrow.
Hell to the no. You seen that video? Hell no. No.
Y'all imagine you turn on the TV tomorrow and Dallas is down like 21
listen,
nothing.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I hate to say it, but I don't even want to say it, but I think it's one of those games where we go in
You never
like
know.
underestimating them and get our asses kicked.
Dude, that's why they still play the games.
I agree.
Again, that
I
year
agree.
Washington was good. Cowboys weren't. And the only win the Cowboys had that season was against Washington. Washington didn't expect Dallas to beat them. 1-15.
Hey, as long as we Washington, as a Cowboy fan, as long as we Washington, I don't give a fuck.
And then right behind that is the Giants.
Nah.
Or no, Philadelphia probably.
Yeah, probably Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think? Speaking of, what do you think about that? Eli Manning getting benched.
He should.
It should have been a long time
Fans
ago.
got pissed off when he got benched a couple years ago, and it should have happened then too. But because they're so fucking crazy, no, you can't bench our Eli, our poor Eli. Now those same fans who are bitching about him being benched are glad that he's being benched. So they get what
Do
they
you
get.
see that? SMU beat TCU.
Holy shit! Hey, and you know who their quarterback is? Ex-Texas quarterback Shane Buechele.
Who is SMU?
Yeah,
Wow.
Shane Buechele.
So basically, you're saying UT is kind of like Dallas, where they have all this talent that go on other places and win Super Bowls.
No, nobody does that.
Danny Amendola.
He was never with us.
Yes, he was. Bro, what? Yeah, buddy. You might want to Google that. I mean, Danny Amendola was with the Cowboys. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't even remember her.
Yeah. Her. He got a ring. He got a ring, dog. I'm telling you. That's all I'm saying.
So did J-Lo, and she got a bunch of rings.
Hey, man, come on, dog. J-Lo, come on.
J-Lo got a bunch of rings.
That's J-Lo, though. Come on, man. Come on. A-Rod.
She got more rings. She got more rings than Brady.
You sound like a hater right now. J-Lo gets whatever J-Lo wants. Okay?
Listen, hey, I give her a ring too, dude.
Man.
But
Oh, wait. What kind of ring? You talking about a toilet bowl ring? You ain't talking about a ring. Your wife might be watching this, dog.
no, toilet bowl ring. Got a ring around her neck.
A smoke ring on them
smoke
ribs.
ring. There you go. Smoke ring on them damn ribs. That's what I give
Man,
her.
I'm telling y'all, man. Look here, guys. Look. I don't know if y'all can see this, but if y'all can see those ribs right over in this region, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're ready to pull off.
Y'all just
Take it
don't know.
inside.
He played for the boys back in 2008, yep.
I think I remember her. I
Man,
think we had her like 1 year.
you're being highly disrespectful to that man's skill ability right now. He got a
Should have
ring.
stayed with her.
He got the Cowboys sent him.
Trent Dilfer got a ring. It don't mean a damn
Trent
thing.
Dilfer was sorry as hell.
Exactly, he got a ring. So how much does the ring mean?
But that was one of those defenses. Dude, you scored
Right,
3
so-
points.
Right, so exactly. So just because you get a ring, it don't mean a whole lot.
Hey, no, but it does at the end of the day. When people look at your career at the end of the day, they want to know how many championships you won. You look at, okay, for
Who's the
instance,
number one basketball? All right, top
Okay.
3, 5 basketball players of all time. I mean, just
across
name.
any era.
Yeah.
Okay, I can only go with what I'm really familiar with.
But
But I gotta throw Bill Russell and I gotta throw Will Chamberlain in the mix because those guys won championship after championship after championship and dude, they were unstoppable. So I got to go with them. Then I have outside of that go back towards what I know, and that would be Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
those would be the greatest.
I don't know if you can. You can't really
Who
say.
would be in the topic of the greatest?
Okay, so
Greatest
several
top 3,
players.
5, I don't know, 3, 4, 5.
Again, Bill Russell.
You're probably the only
Willis
person that
Reed?
would put him in that
I am?
category. Yeah.
No, the reason why is because I'm respectful to the entire NBA and in history. The problem is most people only think about what they know and don't do the research on what was there before them.
I think most
if you
people
say
would
Michael
not
Jordan-
would not put him in the top 5.
Why not? He
Because
won more rings.
Well, I agree. But this kind of goes to my point. I think most people wouldn't put him in the top 5, even though he has the most championships than anybody. He probably deserves to be there.
Who?
But Russell.
Oh yeah.
But I think most people wouldn't put him there, and so then it kind of goes to the.
But I think my opinion. Okay. I think people that don't put people like that was before their era is people that are uneducated. I think if you go back and you're a historian of the sport, you understand that sport didn't start when you started watching it. That sport was around well before you started watching it.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
even
one
if
of those.
you look at you watch ESPN, you look at like Stephen A. Smith, these people, when they talk, they're talking about Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Shaq. Russell's never in that discussion, and these are people who aren't just talking about people who, since they've been born or since they've been watching. These are people who are actually knowledgeable about it, and they don't even put him in there.
I think that's debatable.
So
They're
then it-
knowledgeable. I think some of it is debatable because Stephen A. Smith is just an angry ass black man with a microphone.
I agree.
So I don't really think. But I'm not, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to him and what he does, because what he does it well, and it works well for him. But I don't agree with everything he says. I think that he's knowledgeable on stuff when you go behind the scenes as far as contracts and collective bargaining agreement and stuff that they talk about in those types of areas. But I don't look at him to be the be all for information as far as to tell me who's great or who's not great or whatever, because I think that at the end of the day, the fans determine who's great. You know, you have people that vote for people to get into the Hall of Fame and this and that and the other, and that's still debatable. You have people that, get left out of the NBA or, for Hall of Fame based on whatever their actions were. Pete Rose got held out because he was betting. Does that make him not the greatest?
No, he definitely should be in the
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just the way I think of it. I'm not going to beat to the same drum that everybody else does.
You think Dan Marino was one of the greatest quarterbacks ever?
I think Dan Marino was one of the best quarterbacks. I don't know if you can say great unless you've won championships.
But that's kind of what I'm getting to. Because, like, how much does that play into it? Like, do you have to win championships? Or do you not? Like, Trent Dilfer, he won a championship, but he wouldn't even be nowhere near the discussion.
And I'm not saying he's better.
Right. Marino, I think, could be in discussion of the top 10. And he'd never won.
Oh, yeah. Because a lot of it depends on the circumstance. Because there's a lot more than just your ability to win a Super Bowl or win a championship. You have to be in the right place. You have to be at the right time. You have to be with the right system, the right coaches. All of that plays a part into it. And I absolutely get that, and I absolutely believe you, and I understand that just because you won a championship doesn't make you a great player.
Right, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
I understand that.
Or just because you haven't doesn't mean you aren't a great player.
Right. And maybe that's my bad. Maybe I'm not explaining myself completely.
Right.
Because I do believe that you can be a great player without winning a championship.
Right. That's all I get.
Yeah. I do believe that. But I do also believe that at the end of the day, a lot
right
of
there, that's a prime example. Barry Sanders.
Oh yeah.
He never won it.
He never won it. He should have.
Probably the greatest running back ever.
He should have.
Or at least in the top 3.
Oh hell yeah. Dude, Barry Sanders was Barry Sanders to me, let's just say you got this yard here and you got a 8-foot fence, okay? And you got 10 pit bulls back here.
You run by all of them.
And you take a cat and drop a cat in the middle of the yard. That's Barry Sanders.
Right.
Because Barry Sanders is going to juke and run around for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, so and it just kind of goes to my point. Like, I don't either a Hall of Famer or a great player because some have won some haven't, and you can make an argument either way.
I understand that. I do understand that. But I do think that a lot of people do look at part of it is have you won a championship? Like, for instance, Charles Barkley. Is Charles Barkley one of the greatest?
I think he is. And
I think it's debatable.
Even Karl Malone, John Stockton.
Yeah.
You know?
I do absolutely think that Karl Malone and John Stockton, even though as a Lakers fan, I hated them, but I respect them. John Stockton and Karl Malone was probably one of the best 1-2 tandems
I agree.
of all time.
And they never won one.
And they never won it.
Right.
I have to give them that respect. I absolutely have to give them that respect. So, but you know what? That's just my opinion. You know, so it is what it is.
Pull these ribs off.
Oh,
don't let him do that.
Too.
Oh, yes.
He was down though.
No, he didn't have control.
Oh, did he?
No, never even had control. All right, you can take this cobbler inside, take this ribs inside.
So, hey, guys, you know it was fun. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. For all of you that have been here from the very beginning, the first minute, we really appreciate you being here. Cheers to you guys. And, hey, we got some ribs, we got some fajitas, we got some refried beans in here. We got some peach and blackberry cobbler. We're about to go make it happen. We got some wives in there that have been
waiting,
really patient with us for out here playing on the grills and hanging out with you guys. And so, hey, you know. But, guys, look, hey, it's been fun.
What's up,
it's
brother?
Been a blast.
Who was that?
Oh, Daddy Dutch. What's going on, Daddy Dutch? You caught us at the air, brother. We're about to log off here. We've been on for the last 2 hours and 19 minutes. So it's been pretty lengthy. But hey, thank you guys for chiming in. What you got coming up next, James? James, play yourself, man. What you got coming on?
Actually, I have 2 videos coming up this weekend. One will be my Tito Tuesdays, and then one will be my trip to Franklin's. And then my next event coming up is a cook-off October 4th and 5th in Carrizo Springs. Brother Eric from Camp House Barbecue is putting that one on.
Shout out to Camp House.
I am heading out there to cook in that one. And then after that, I'm going to have a few weeks off. The wife and I are going on vacation on a cruise, so I'll be out and away for a little while. So.
Okay. Good stuff. And guys, for me, hey, look, the next video I'll have coming out, it'll probably be released on Thursday. And that's going to be a review video. I did some ribs on the pit barrel cooker and used up some Carolina Q sweet hickory sauce. So again, that video will come out probably on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Outside of that, first weekend in October, we'll be doing a release for a collaboration, a YouTube collaboration, Tough Like Jack. So be on the lookout for information about Tough Like Jack and how you guys can donate to the cause, and check out all the videos that are going to be associated with it. In fact, my man Kenneth at What's New Barbecue is spearheading this whole situation, and along with Matt over at Matador Prime Steak, they're going to be holding a barbecue competition up in the Richardson area, Dallas area. For those of you that are out there in that area, man, get out there and check it out and support it. Tough Like Jack, first weekend in October. Forgive me, I don't have the dates in front of me, but I want to say it's probably October. No, that's the Texas OU weekend. I think it's the week before.
That's the same weekend I need for the cruise. That's why I can't do it.
No, the Tough Like Jack is the week before. It should be like October 4th or 5th. Something, because it's the weekend before October 11th or 12th is what he was saying. So be on the lookout for that. If I'm wrong, hey, you'll see it. But be on the lookout for Tough Like Jack. Forgive me for not having the website in front of me, but you can Google Tough Like Jack, guys, and check out that website. Again, that information will be in the videos that we released out. But be on the lookout for Tough Like Jack and support that if you possibly can. Before I get out of here, you guys, man, I got to show you this, because this right here is just all kinds of goodness. But look at these ribs. Come on, man. Look at that. Man, the aroma.
These are the killer hogs with the sweet swine. And these are the fiesta.
The smoky swine.
Smoky swine.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, they smell phenomenal.
Take them inside, come up, feed the ladies, watch some football, have a little more drink.
Yes, sir. Good. But, all right. So, guys, you got Dawgfatha here, my man James from Aim and Claim 'em. We got the ribs, we got fajitas, we got some pizza blackberry cobbler. We're about to go make it happen. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And again, check us out on our pages, Aim and Claim 'em Smokers. Dawgfatha right here. Check us out. All right?
Peace.
Peace. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night. Stay safe.